first carry now for Jaden Blue. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Now, faking the give. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with.
15. First down, Houston.
They'll come up here, first and 10. On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. On the ground, it's Blue. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Play action, he'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down for Houston.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They stop him. D.J. Johnson getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, and now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
They face second down and 7. On the handoff, knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. Now they'll set up to throw. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Texans. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing right away is Allen. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That one's good for 29.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air once more is Allen. Now he'll air one out. That's hard. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Monday. Hey, tight.
Again, it's Allen to the air. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Allen to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Josh Hines Allen. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Back to throw.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. time here in this first half.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen inside the 20, and he will score. Troy Franklin, touchdown Baltimore. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They'll send a man in motion left. He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Deep ball looking for Brown. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step one. I promise you step two on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Texans.
Back to the air one more time. Going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Texans. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Texans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see that,
oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. First and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Hawk 7, 18, right here, 19, right. Hey, check that, street.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
First and 10, and it's Allen. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Brings up second.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On third down, it's Allen. Going right sideline and complete. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Throwing again is Allen. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. A huge play just before the half. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Second and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Open man, downfield, it's Franklin.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this is a long one, officially 64-yard field goal attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Allen. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big one for the Ravens, and even 30 yards. Here's Allen now on first and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Great work there by the interior of this offensive line, the center, the two guards, really working together to create that hole up the middle, and then it's just the vision of the back. Like there's a fine line between hitting that full speed and also having...
It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Anytime you decide to drop back to pass this deep in your own territory, that quarterback has to have a clock in his head. Get the ball out of my hand. In this case, checks it down to his back, picks up a nice gain, gives the offense a little breathing room.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
This guy's really starting to roll now, and his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Now they'll set up to throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, here comes Blue. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Here's a designed run. Marked down the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up a certain step.
And he'll take it on in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Houston. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd
From
and
the 25, here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I'm not not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on the line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page. And
for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked by Benjamin Morrison.
And at this point on the sideline, like, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
And he'll look forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A throw downfield caught by Burton. And he will go all the way. Luther Burton. Touchdown, Texans. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Corey Franklin, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, here is Allen. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. Going up top. He's got it to the goal line and in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He fields it at the 8, and he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's out left and complete to Burton. Loose inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Set to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
From the gun. Throw here for Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Finds room inside the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And you wouldn't know that he was a defensive player based on that catch and run. I mean, that was a fantastic play by him to save some points while also giving your team great starting field position on their next drive.
19.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one swung out to Blue. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down for Houston.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to go out of bounds, though there are markers on the field, as the officials will sort this one out. First and 10.
Let's go.
A run with blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Smith. And the Ravens will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you're going to gain that experience the hard way.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Mario Davis. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, time.
Allen now on 2nd down. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd down and 9. They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
319.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it. Throwing again, it's Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's to the 15. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop up. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Now, 2nd and goal.
What's that?
The RPO, that one is complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
35-35.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That ball intercepted.
It's just what a turn of events, Mike. You have the ball. You're thinking all we need to do is milk the clock, get into field goal range, and win this thing in regulation. But now after that turnover, you find yourself now back trailing, and I'm not sure there's enough time for them to come back.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 10. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Here we go.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now on 2nd and long. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You got to let it fly. To wind up a turnover on downs. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was...